So today is Wednesday. This is our body weight boot camp day. You do not need any weights. The only thing I ask that you have is a yoga mat, a towel, some water for when we take breaks. We like to use the towels as a little prop every now and again. So our workout today is going to be a little bit of a reprise of what we did on New Year's Eve. So it's a 6 exercise circuit that we're going to repeat 3 times each. The work segment is 45 seconds. The recovery part is 15 seconds. So, by the way, if you ever see me move up to my desk every now and again, somebody may be joining and I've got to let them in. But for now, let's go ahead and start it with a little bit of warm up. So grab a knee, pull it in, point your toe down to the ground. Let's start loosening up through your hips and through your legs. Go ahead and turn that into a heel kick foot grab. So shift your body weight into one leg, grab that other foot as it goes back behind you, opening up through your quads. If you need something to hold on to for balance, go ahead and grab a hold of something. If not, arms out to the side, take one leg and just swing out to the side and then across the other leg right in front of you. Again, if balance is an issue, touch and hold on to something. That's more important to get the leg swinging than it is to work on your balance. And let's change legs. And for a little bit of upper body stretching, put your arms straight out in front of you, touch your thumbs together, tuck your chin to your chest, and reach. Now lift your head, keep your arms parallel to the floor, and pull your elbows back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Reach, drop your chin down, lift your head, and pull back again. Reach, drop, lift your head, and pull. 2 more times like that. Next time you pull back, hold those elbows back and just rotate. Reach your hands back and fold them down. Last exercise is a little torso twist. So we're going to keep those arms parallel to the floor and just rotate your body side to side. Try to pull that elbow back behind you. Pivot off of your back foot. And bring it back to center. We've got 30 seconds before we start the clock and get started on our circuit. So get a quick drink of water, set your space. So one thing I want to start doing here today is I want to go ahead and demo the exercises before we actually get to them. So the exercises we have in this first round before I start the clock is we're going to be doing a side lunge like this. But when we come back to our standing leg, we're going to try to bring that knee up. Now, just like we did in a warm-up, if you want to grab that knee, grab it, okay? Or you can just hold it with your legs. That's one of the exercises. The other one is we're going to do a tabletop, straight leg tabletop position here. So you can be bridged off the ground. We're going to alternate bringing a knee into your chest, just like that. Then another one we're going to do, we're just going to move right from that position to a side lying position, and we're going to do a flying, it's called a flying clamshell. So we're going to push off the ground, open to a clamshell, and come back down to the ground. So we've got to do that on each side with those exercises, but I wanted to preview those in advance so there's not a lot of instruction once we start the clock and we can just get to work. All right, so find your position for your side step lunge. And I'm gonna go ahead and do it with a knee grab. So here we go. Step it out, grab that knee in. Again, if that balance is an issue, get to a place where you can hold on to something, or you can just do a toe tap. You don't have to do the leg lift part. Again, the exercise is more important than the balance aspect of it. Ten seconds. Two more. Good, you got 15 seconds. Shake it out a little bit. I'm gonna get to the other side. All right, here we go. Step it out. Bring it back. If you're like me, the first thing you'll notice is how different one side is in terms of strength, balance, and control. And just as a rule, I always like to identify my weaker side and spend extra time on that rather than making my stronger side even more dominant and creating more imbalances. So outside of class, I may spend a little bit more time on that weaker side. Two more. Good, go ahead and hit the ground. Tabletop position. So remember, if you have issues on your wrist, you can try to do this from your forearms. That may be a little bit challenging to get your hips off the ground from there. But here we go, elevate, straight legs. Now one at a time. Knee to your chest, keeping the bridge up. Two more times on each side. And just pick a side and turn to it. Knees are bent slightly in front of you. Feet are on top of each other. Make sure that elbow is right underneath your shoulder. So again, we're going to fly the hips off the ground and open to a clamshell. Ready? Let's go. Use the obliques to help get up. Your hip and your glutes do the opening. And make sure you don't rotate your body backwards. If anything, squeeze the muscle in your butt and push your hip forward as you open up that knee. Free hand, waist, ceiling, even on the floor if you need a little assistance pushing up. 10 seconds. Last one. Good, quick flip to the other side. And knees bent, feet on top of each other. Strong position with that supporting arm. Here we go. Fly it up, open it up. Three more to go. Last one. Let's finish off this circuit with a little plank. So just turn face down, forearms down, feet shoulder width apart. Let's go. Take it off the ground and let's move. Strong through the center, then out to your head and toes. Relax your hands. Think about pushing the upper back to the ceiling. Tighten the muscles in your legs. Get everything as much as you can involved. "15 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Drop to your knees, sit back to a child's pose, stretch. You got about 30 seconds and we start those exercises again. Come on to your feet when you're ready. So I like to change up some of the exercises, keep them structure the same, but add a little twist, so to speak. So this time on our step out lunge, as we come back, you can always option into that knee grab again, okay, where you're pulling here. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna option to my hands behind my head and getting my opposite elbow to twist over. So I'm getting a little bit of a twist in my torso, almost like a cross crunch from there. Go back to what you did on the first one, or join me in the second option. So get to one side of your space. Ready? Let's move. Remember, when you're in that lunge, that toe can face out to the side, or it can face forward. Not right or wrong, but you definitely will feel a difference depending on which one you do. If you're trying to get some glutes in, keep your toe facing forward and try to sit back into that left hip. If you turn the toe out, you're going to get more of a stretch on that straight leg. 2 more. Good job. Shake it out, 15 seconds, move to the other side. All right, here we go. Step it out. Ten seconds. Let's get 2 more. Hit the ground, tabletop. Let's try a bent leg tabletop this time. So we're going to be up like this. Knees at 90 degrees, but we're going to do the same knee to your chest. Ready? Let's go. Bring it up. Alternate coming in. Make sure when that knee comes in, you don't drop the opposite leg. I'm not sure which one may be more challenging, the straight leg or the bent leg. So if you want to switch halfway through, go to the one you like better. Go ahead. Again, if you have issues on your wrist, feel free to drop to your elbows. That's just a more challenging position to keep your hips off the ground though. 2 more to each side. Good, turn to a side, set up for that flying clamshell. So knees bent, feet on top of each other. Ready? Let's go. Fly up and open up. Ten seconds. Last one. Good, bring it to the other side. Ready? Let's go. Fly it up, open it up. If you were with me on Monday, you heard me talking about how I talk to myself during these exercises. I never put in more than 4 different segments of a move. This one actually only has 2. So if you hear me talking about saying things like up and out, down and in, that's just me calling out the cues to myself to feel a rhythm, to make sure I hit every portion of the movement in sequence. I like to use that type of counting in my stopwatch rather than counting reps. Last one right here. And then turn into a plank. Open up your feet a little bit wider this time in your plank, maybe the width of your mat. Ready? Let's go, off the ground. Now from this position, with those feet wide, we're gonna rock into a little body saw movement. So just kind of push back on your forearms and then spring forward through your toes. It's a small motion. You're not going up and down with the hips, just back and forth, parallel to the floor. 10 seconds. Drop to your knees, sit back, child's pose, 30 seconds, and we go through those one more time. I'm gonna bring my towel in for these step out lunges on this side. You can join me if you want. I'm gonna use that towel to bring in some shoulder work. So as I step out, my hands are gonna go not only up, but trying to pull that towel apart before I come back. Because I'm adding the shoulders, I'm not gonna do the knee lift. So if you don't wanna do the towel, you're gonna still do the knee lift. So again, you're going back to what we did before or adding in this new technique with the towel. So what I want you to do on this one, particularly if you got the towel, is once you get down into that full lunge, I want you to stay. Take one full breath or maybe count to 2 before you power up. What I don't want you to feel is that you're just bounding off of the energy of your leg. I want you to drop low, hold, and then use power to get back in. All right, let's go. Get to your position. 45 seconds, let's go. As you pull that towel back, think about your shoulder blades. Don't think about your hands. Your hands are just connected to your shoulders. You want your shoulders to do the work. Two more. Good job. Shake it out, get to the other side. Ready? Let's go. Move it. Ten seconds. Get two more. Last one right here. Good job. Get to the ground. On your back. I should say on your butt. So we can tabletop again. I'm gonna really jack this one up a notch. So rather than just lift my knee in, if you want to join me, I'm gonna take my opposite hand and touch my toe as that knee comes up. So remember your options. Straight leg, knee to chest. Bent leg, knee to chest. Or bent leg, knee to chest, opposite hand coming up with you. Ready? Find your position. Let's move. Either way, you're trying to keep your hips up off the ground as high as they can go. Two more to each side. And turn to your side. So as we hit these flying clamshells halfway through, I'm going to keep you up in your plank, and we're just going to do the clamshell part. So first part of this, we're going to move like we did before. Halfway through, stop, up for the clamshell. Ready? Let's go. Up and out, down and close. Hold it up. Now just the clamshells. Keep that bridge high, hip off the ground. You can get your torso parallel with your hip level. Really means you got to drive up through your obliques. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, flip it over. Ready? Let's go. Fly it up, open it up, come on down, close it. Next time up, stay up and move. We're just with the clamshell. Hips high, squeeze your butt as you open up the knee. Push the hips forward without rolling backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn down. Last exercise in this circuit, plank. Feet as wide as your mat again. To your forearms. Let's go, take it up. If you want to move with me in that body saw, let's go. Push back through your forearms, reach forward. Small motion, controlled. Don't pike up, just shift your weight front to back. 15 seconds. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To your knees, to a child's pose. You've got 1 full minute of rest, guys. And we'll move on to some new stuff. Grab some water, towel off. Two exercises I want to preview in here. I'm not going to preview push-ups or crunches, but I do want to preview 2 squat exercises we're going to do. One of them is the step out and touch. So we're going to start with our feet together. And as we step to one side, that opposite hand comes to the floor, reaching side to side. Okay? Avoid bending over to reach the floor. Bend your knees, drop your butt to get down there. The other squat we're going to do is we're going to do our, well, I should say a lunge, is going to be a front lunge with a back kick. One of my favorite combos. So our left leg is going to stay still. We're going to take that front leg or that right leg, do a squat, a lunge. If you need to, tap the floor and then go back to a back kick. If you don't need the floor touch, it's right here. High knee and back kick. So one leg will stay stationary, the other one's going to move forward and then up. That's also an exercise that if you have balance issues, get near something that you can touch one hand to, a chair, a wall, a door, something that's not going to move. That's going to allow you to get to both positions, okay? So we're going to start down on the floor in a push-up position. Whether you do push-ups from your knees or your toes, it doesn't matter. But in between each push-up, if your knees are on the ground, you're going to take them off the ground and just press back to a bear crawl position, okay? So that's not a child's pose. Those knees need to come off the floor. All right, so decide if you can be on your knees or your toes. And let's go. Push up. Knees up, and just abs tight and press back. Back to your push-up position. Make sure you complete the push-up before you go back again. So you're pushing up and not backwards. We've got 3 more to go. Good, finishing that straight arm plank. Drop to your knees, come up. All right, feet together. Ready for that step out squat. Remember, if we step right, left hand goes down in between your feet. This first set, I want you to keep these slow. Work on the depth of your squat. Ready? Let's go. So, how low can you get down to get that floor? Keep your eyes up, shoulders back. If you want to move that free hand, take it out to the side. Ten seconds. One more each side. Good, get down to the ground, on your back, all the way there. Hug your knees as you do. Left leg bent, right leg straight out on the floor. Right hand on the floor next to you or behind your head for support. Left arm's gonna go way back behind you. We're gonna crunch up and reach left hand to right leg. So lift, meet at the highest point possible. As much as your shoulders off the ground as you can. That means if your hand is into the floor, you can push on the floor. But if your hand is behind your head, don't pull on your head. Go as far up as your abs will allow so you don't hurt your neck. Listen for my call to switch. Ready? Change it up. Two more. Good, hug your knees, come on up. All right, here we go to our lunge with the back kick. I'm gonna face so the leg that moves is the one closest to you. So my left leg is gonna stay still. Make sure you have room behind you, that you're not gonna kick anything. Or again, if you need something to hold on to, get a chair, get a desk. Ready? Let's go. Lunge, tap it if you need it. High kick. So a goal would be not to let that right leg touch the floor, except when you're in that forward lunge. So don't tap on the way back. Don't tap on the way forward. But if that takes away from your ability to really power through that back kick, by all means, touch down. So you can get it with power. Leg, drop to the floor. Give me another leg. We won't go to full time, but let's go. Knees off the ground. Calm your breath, shallow breath. Tighten the muscles in your legs. Close your eyes. Breathe through this. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on your feet. Other side with your lunge and kick. Ready? Let's move it. Whoops. Just like in that first round when we did that side lunge, and I told you the first thing you should feel is the difference. You know, what leg has more power, what leg has more balance, which leg is stronger, which one has deeper range of motion. This exercise here as well highlights that. For me, it's the balance because of hip issues. So while I feel stronger on my right side, my left side doesn't have the power or the range of motion because of my hip. One more time, forward and back. Good job. 30 seconds rest, and we start that round again. So we're going to go back to those push-ups again. That's our first exercise to start. I'm going to give you the option to go back into that same bear crawl position, or you can go back to a downward facing dog. Again, either way, you can start the push-ups on your knees, but when you go to the back section of the exercise, knees come up, either to the bear crawl or pike the hips into your down dog. The back part of this exercise should take twice as long as the push-up. So that push-up is quick and powerful. You take your time shifting back into whatever position you call. Ready? Let's go. Find it and start. Push it up and then find the back part of your position. If you're in that down dog, remember, as you push back, lower your heels toward the ground. As you push your hips up to the ceiling, help lengthen your hamstrings, get more range of motion through your shoulders. If you're in that bear crawl, remember, abs are tight. Let your abs help keep you in that position, not just your legs. We got 3 more to go. Last one. Good, come on up. Squat with the toe touch, with the hand touch. So here's your cardio option for today. You can step out, just like we did before, or you can jump. Both feet out, alternate hands to the floor. Either way, cardio jump or stay grounded. Either way, whatever hand goes to the floor, take that opposite hand and rotate it up toward the ceiling. Watch as we start. I'm gonna jump. Ready? Let's go. So I got my hand to the ceiling. So whether you're stepping out or hopping, one hand down, one hand up. You can turn, look at the hand that's going to the ceiling. That'll give you more twist in your upper body, whether you're stepping or hopping. Ten seconds. Two more each way. Last one. Good, to the floor. Jackknife crunch. Left leg bent, right leg out. My right hand is either behind my head or on the floor. Left arm is way back. Listen for my call to change sides. For now, let's go. Remember, reach for the highest point, but don't let your foot cross over your hip. So if it's in your hip, you're gonna let that leg coming back and you're only moving your hand. Switch sides. So you're gonna stop when that knee and the foot are straight up from your hip, even if you can come back further. So you can get the rest of it with your upper body. 10 seconds. 2 more. Good, hug your knees, come on up. Front lunge, back kick. No change in technique here, but if you can, just move faster or focus on a more powerful back kick, which is what I'm gonna do. So when I come up for my kick, I'm really gonna throw that leg back. So I've got to find more control in my ab and my hip so I don't lose my balance. Power and control. Ready? Let's go. Forward. Power. And back through. Again, you can tap that foot on the floor as you come back from your lunge to help you load up on your kick, or you can tap the floor coming out of the kick like this to reset your lunge. Two more. Drop to the plank. Remember what leg you did. We're using this plank to calm yourself down. Yes, I know. Sounds weird to say. You're gonna recover while plank. You can do it. Close your eyes. Soften your breath. Just 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your feet. Front lunge, back kick, other leg. Ready? Let's move it. Two more. Good, 30 seconds break. We've got one more round of those to go. This is a good set, guys, good set. Starting in push-ups again. Your options. Don't do the back part at all. Just grind out push-ups as many as you want. The other option, back to bear crawl, back to downward dog, or a twisting downward dog. So as I go back, I'm gonna touch my right hand to my left foot, do a push-up, left hand to right foot. So again, if you think you need upper body strength, stay in the push-ups. Kill them. Start on your toes, do as many as you can, drop to your knees, do some more. Don't even worry about the back part of the exercise. So all kind of options. Standing there is not one of them. So get down to the ground. I'll wait. All right, here we go. Find your position. Decide on your technique. I'm going for the twisting down dog, but I'm also going to pick up the pace. Push up, twist. You guys know my mindset. First round, warm up, learn the exercises. Round 2, perfect the technique on the exercises, learning different parts about your body, how they move within them. Third round, you go for broke. 10 seconds. Last one. Good, on your feet. Step out squat, hand touch, or jump out. Jump difference here or step out difference, instead of one hand down, both hands are down. So it's gonna look like this. If you're stepping, floor to overhead. If you're jumping, got it? Go for broke, guys. Ready? Let's go. Remember, they don't have to be fast. Just don't stop. Drop your butt in your squat. Don't bend over. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the floor on your back. Hug your knees as you do. Left foot down, right foot straight up this time. We're going to keep the leg perfectly still. Bring that left hand back. Right hand either behind your head or on the floor. Now, let's go. Crunch. Don't move the leg. Just see how much of your upper body you can get off the ground to reach. Again, you can leverage into the floor and push with that right hand if you want, but don't pull on your head if you're using it for support. Switch. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees, pull yourself up. Lunge with the back kick. I'm going to add a second back kick to this. The first one's going to be slow. Second one's going to be quick. So it's going to look like this. Lunge, slow, and then quick before I go back to my lunge. Go for broke. Let's see it. Pick a leg. Let's move. Lunge. Control. Power. Here I am again, talking to myself. Last one. Down, plank. Calming breath. Close your eyes. Stay still in your core. Don't body saw like we did earlier. Stay as still and as calm as you can to get your breath back. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. On your feet. Last exercise, other leg. Front lunge, double back kick. Here we go. Two more. Last one. Good job. Stay standing, walk around, quick drink. Bring those hands back behind you. Roll your shoulders back, press your hands away. Take some deep breaths while you're here. Now take that right arm out to the side, grab your left foot, pull it back to stretch. Change legs. Good. Take one leg out in front of you. That one stays straight. The back one bends. Push your hips back, chin towards your knee. And switch it up. Front leg straight, back leg bent. And come on up. One more deep breath in, reach the arms wide. Clasp your hands overhead. Roll your shoulders back without arching your low back. And then let your arms drift down to the side. Great sweaty workout today, guys. I'm drenched. Good job. Thank you all for coming for Bodyweight Bootcamp. See y'all next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Russ.
Good work, guys.